Hello, fellow gardeners. Well, we're going to make you a video of this grow bag sitting on top of a 25-gallon tub. There's people been calling and texting about where is this video. Well, it's on the back end of another video, so we're going to put this on the front of a video and show you what it's doing, what you can do with it, because you can use this and use this grow bag like I've been telling you for the last few years. This is going to be the way we grow food here pretty quick. People are going to find out that these grow them so much faster than the plastic container because these can breathe. These are made by Smart Pot in Oklahoma City. So anyway, these are a 20-gallon container, is what it is, planter. And we've taken it and we've cut a cross in the bottom of it just as big as this 5-gallon bucket is across. Now what you do, you take this 25-gallon container, no holes in it. Just leave it like it is where it'll hold completely full of water. Now, on some of these containers, you put this 5-gallon bucket right in the middle and it's down in there a ways. When that's the case, you've got to take another one of these 5-gallon containers and cut it off here somewhere and set it on top of this other container to make it sit up high enough. So don't let that confuse you, but sometimes one bucket is enough. Sometimes it won't reach up to where the bag is, so you've got to cut this container and set it inside of another one to make it tall enough. Now, when you cut this off here, then you don't have a bottom in this. It's just going to be the lid. The sides is all it is. You have to have 3 or 4 holes in the bottom of this so water can come in through the sides and come up through the soil. So we're going to set this right in the middle, like into this. And we're going to ask Tracy to set that one over we've already filled up with soil, because what we're going to do now, just let me go through it a minute. We're going to set this on top of this like this right there. See, it comes up just so pretty and perfect. Then we're going to set this on top of it, and we've got this X cut, and we're going to put the soil all the way down through in that bucket and let it come up into this bag. And when this is full of water, the soil down in that 5-gallon bucket is going to wick the water up to the soil up here to the plant. And we've got one growing at home. We're going to go up and take a video of it here in a little bit and show you our mandevilla growing in it. Has grew all summer. Sometimes we'd go a month without having to water. So anyway, we're going to show you how to build this because there's a lot of people wanting to do it. Okay, Tracy, if you'll set that bucket right over in here. We just fill this and save having to fill that one. It's got 4 holes in the bottom of it. Now it's up here at the top, okay? Now then, we're going to set this over in the middle. Now I shouldn't have it quite as full. Give me that container just a minute. Let me take a little out here, Tracy, because it's
Hold it.
all right, you'll have to hold it, yeah. Because I want them corners of that bag to go down in this bucket. So if you fill it up first, don't fill it all the way to the top. There you are, Tracy. Now then, we're going to put this on top. See, it's sitting right on top of that bucket. Now we're going to set this bag on top of it, and these 4 corners are going to go down in the bag, or down in the bucket, down in there, so the soil can't spill out anywhere. All right. Now we're going to have Tracy to fill this up full of potting mix. No holes in the bottom bucket. Okay, in the container, I mean, the big container. Something we forgot to do, no. Hang on just a minute. We've got to put this down in there. All right, there you go. That was that pipe cut at an angle. We put it all the way down in the bottom of that bucket before we filled it up. Now then, she's filling this container up. We got to punch it down in that 5-gallon bucket. Make sure it's packed all the way down to the ground, or all the way to the bottom of the bucket, the container of the tub. I'll get it right in a minute. She's going to fill this up about halfway. Then you put your fertilizers in. You can go back and look at the other videos about what the fertilizer you put in there. You're going to put Sustain, Sea Mineral, gypsum, lime, and Epsom salt in there. We got a paper that we can text to you if you want a copy of it. It's called 580-564-2166 or call 580-564-5909. and we'll text you a copy of that fertilizer that we use. And you can order that fertilizer by calling 580-564-2166. Put it all in there. Pour it all in there. Put it in. Come on. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. Now then, we've got her full. And this is what we're going to grow in now. This is in this container because, and now you've got to water it from the top to get this soil wet all the way down to the bottom. You can finish filling it up by putting your water in right here. Holds 25 gallon. And you can put 25 teaspoons of your fertilizer in there, your nature source, the liquid that you've got 10-4-3, which is going to grow your foliage. Now, if you're going to grow lettuce or spinach, Swiss chard, something that you eat the leaves of and not the fruit of the bloom, you go ahead and use that nature source all the way through. If you're growing something like tomatoes or peppers that you eat the fruit of the bloom, when they get up big enough to start blooming, you quit putting in nature source and you put their master blend 8-34-23 in, 1 teaspoon per gallon. Of every gallon of water you put in here, you put a teaspoon of fertilizer. And you're ready to put your 1 tomato plant in here with a cage around it, or you could put 4 tomatoes in here and let them hang over the side. If they're bush tomatoes, don't put big old indeterminates in here. It's going to go get 10 or 12 feet long. Put your little bush tomatoes in here, 4 of them in here, and let them hang over the side. And it'll fill all this up through here with tomatoes and back down through here. Just wanted to show you because some of them are looking for this to start using this for next spring. And so here it is. And use it, share it. And we're going to add another little deal on that we have changed on our other container. Let me move that up there. She can turn her camera over just a minute. All right, this is your 25-gallon container we've been using. It could be used there for that one and put a lid on or whatever. You know, you got to have one hole in it 3 inches up because you're going to use 4-inch pipe. So you got your 3-inch hole there. Instead of putting those 3 or 4 pipes across there, now this is 4-inch pipe. Now we cut a piece 60 inches long. We measure around here to 60 inches and mark it, and then we cut it at a 45, and that way this one is 45 and the next one is 45, and you get these cut off, and then you measure from the long end of this next one, measure 60 inches and cut it off square, and you'll have 2 of these made just alike. Now, to save time, I'm going to show you, this is one of them, and the other one's, here's where I cut it off. This is your angle one, and this is your flat one here. And we've taken and put cloth over the ends of them. Just like if we had 5 or 6 pipe in there, we'd still cut them off. We'd put it on each end of it. So this way it saves you a little time, and just put it on each end of this one pipe. And we're going to circle this in the bucket and let you see how it does. So we're going to put that angled in first, right down in there. And then we're going to bend this on around in there and just keep coming around. And this is what you've got in there now. Can you see it right there? We made a circle in there and come on back into the center. And that's a 60-inch piece in there with a cloth on each end. And that's going to be your false bottom in there. Remember, we say we need to cover up 80 to 85% of that bottom with the pipe. And that leaves us 15 to 20% of it that's going to have soil touching the bottom of the container. You see where that is. Okay.
Is that pipe split?
Huh?
Is that pipe split?
That pipe does have slits in it. It doesn't have to. You can take a knife and slit some if you get solid pipe. But the water's going to run in the ends of those pipe anyway through that cloth. And then you just set your shorter pipe. I don't have a short pipe here right here. I'll pull this out to show you. And you just set this over here, right over at the end of that slanted pipe, right into that, and fill it up with potting soil. Get halfway up, potting mix, I mean, not potting soil, potting mix. We don't want to use dirt. And fill it halfway up, put your fertilizer in, fill it on up with potting mix, and get to growing like we always have. We've just changed the pipe a little bit. Now this was sent to me by one of my followers that he saw it on somebody else's channel, so I don't know who to give credit to for putting the pipe like this, but it was not my idea, so I'm not going to take credit for that. It was one of our viewers saw it on somebody else's channel that they had taken my bucket in and rechanged it, which is fine. That's what we're trying to do, is re-improve this every time we can to make it simpler, easier to put in. Okay, we've come up here to the house now. I wanted to show you what this pot, we've had this out this summer. This is one of them little dwarf mandevillas that we showed you early in the spring. Now here it is in November. We've had some 36-degree weather. Now this is tropical mandevillas. They shouldn't even be blooming, but under this little carport we have here at the edge of it, you can see we still have some blooms. It's going to get back up in the 70s this next week, so all of these buds are going to pop out and bloom this next week. But this here, while we were gone to Tennessee this summer, this thing would go 25 days at a time without any water. I mean, we had that bottom container full of water, and so it just sat here and bloomed and bloomed and bloomed. So I just wanted you to see what it looks like at the finished product. Okay, so if you like this video, punch the button, ring the bell, and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll come back and make you another video. Thank you for watching.